Good morning, YouTube. Good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you're watching. Welcome to another episode of Crime Time with DutyRon, a retired New York City police detective with 20 plus years in law enforcement. And if you like all things true crime related from a police perspective, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so you will get notifications of all things DutyRon when I go live. I want to say a special thank you to my Patreon supporters, the channel members, and everybody who positively interacts in all of these live streams. You guys are instrumental in making this community great. Hello, Boxing MMA. Thank you to the replay viewers and everybody who's on here. Shannon, great to see you. I'm going to get right into it. Glenda, my thoughts and prayers are with you and your family. As always, sending you positive vibes. Hi, Angie, Half Rudder, everybody. Hello. Let's get right into it. A preliminary hearing is ongoing today in Chaffee County. Again, Lauren Scharf and a few other people from the news are inside the courtroom. You're not allowed to live stream it or put it out there. But if you are following Lauren Scharf's Twitter account, which I'm following Lauren. It's a blockbuster chock full of information that's coming out of Chaffee County. My head is exploding. We're hearing for the first time today that it's alleged that Suzanne Morphew was having a 2-year affair with somebody from her high school back in Indiana. I was surprised by that. Again, you know, this is stuff that I never heard about. And that was what was released today here by Lauren. She also sent out a tweet over 2 hours ago. Barry Morphew's sister just came up to me. This is from Lauren Scharf in the hallway and said, "Are you Lauren?" She said, "Yes." And then Barry Morphew's sister responded, "You are instrumental in part. You are an instrumental part in destroying our family." She then walked away. I say this to Barry Morphew's sister. Isn't Barry Morphew responsible for destroying your family by the act that he committed by killing his wife? He stands accused, again, innocent until proven guilty. He stands accused of murdering Suzanne Morphew. But his sister comes up to Lauren Scharf and she says, "Are you Barry Morphew?" She said, Barry Morphew's sister came up to Lauren Scharf and said, "Are you Lauren?" And she said, "Yes." Here's the tweet right here. And she said, "You are instrumental in part you're an instrumental part in destroying our family." She then walked away from her. Lauren is a tough girl. She's been on my show. I'm going to reach out to her and see if she wants to come on. Maybe probably too busy tonight, but in the next couple of days, I'm going to ask her if she would be kind enough to grace us with her presence to talk about what she saw inside the courtroom. So I'm going to reach out to Lauren. Joe Murray, criminal defense attorney, I already reached out to him. He's going to come live with me tonight, and we are going to talk about the court and everything that developed here today in court. They're on a recess right now, and they should be coming back shortly. But I'm going to play for you quickly a little bit of media.
Today, the man charged with killing his wife in Chaffee County
Hold on a
will appear
second.
in court. Suzanne Morphew disappeared.
I'm just gonna play this.
Killing his wife in Chaffee County will appear in court. Suzanne Morphew disappeared on Mother's Day last year. Barry Morphew faces several charges, including tampering with a deceased human body. 9 News reporter Mark Salinger has been following this case for more than a year, and he joins us live in Salida this morning. Mark, this is Morphew's first preliminary hearing.
Yeah, Natasha, good morning. More than a year after she disappeared, Suzanne Morphew's husband, Barry, will be in court here in Salida later this morning. Now, we still know very little about what evidence investigators have that led them to arrest Barry earlier this year and what evidence that they have that connects him with her death. Now, back in May, the Chaffee County Sheriff announced Barry was arrested near his home in Poncha Springs. That came after nearly a year of searching for Suzanne with few details released to the public. That was the last time we saw Barry, dressed dressed in a jumpsuit and wearing handcuffs and shackles in court. He said few words in his first appearance back in May. Soon after Suzanne's disappearance, Barry released a video pleading for her safe return. Now he's charged with her death. Now, documents pertaining to the case have been sealed. Barry is now charged with first-degree murder and tampering with a human body, among other charges. Investigators have said they feel confident that the evidence will point to his guilt, even though they really haven't told us, the public, much about what they know. Again, we're hoping to learn more details about what evidence they have later today in court. Natasha, the court appearance will not be live streamed, and cameras are not allowed in court. I will be inside along with a handful of other journalists, and we're allowed to tweet live updates on Twitter as well as post them to our websites, which we'll be doing on 9news.com. Natasha?
We will be following along. Mark, thanks for being out there this morning.
So that's what we got from the news. We know that there's some good information that's being shared by the prosecution to the defense. There's some blockbuster things. I mean, I would read all these tweets to you, but I encourage you to go over to Lauren Sharf's Twitter account and look at these tweets, because she's tweeting by the minute, it seems like, play by play about this investigation. This is all being released in court today. There's tons of stuff, and they're only on an afternoon recess, and they'll be back. I have asked Joe Murray to look over this case, and he'll come live with me tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, and me and Joe Murray are going to break down what happened today in court. She is definitely tweeting play by play. It starts from early in the morning, and she shows the defense team coming in. I want to show you that real quick. I'll show you the video of Barry Morphew's defense team. It looked like there was two attorneys and probably a paralegal walking with her, walking with them, but I'll show it to you real quick. Hold on a second. Let me set this up so you guys can see it. Thank you to Lauren Sharf. That's them walking into court. And those duffel bags, those suitcases that they're carrying, is all of the evidence that's shared with them. You know, the discovery has to be shared with the defense. So those big, looks like bags that you would go on vacation with, you know, suitcases, they're filled with discovery. It's filled with discovery. And Lauren also got video of Linda Stanley, the attorney, the district attorney, Linda Stanley coming into the courthouse as well. So, yeah, it's been revealed, according to Lauren Sharf's Twitter account, that Suzanne Morphew was having an affair for over 2 years, and that's documented by text messaging. And also, they talked about the spy pen, that infamous spy pen, and it's alleged that Suzanne got that spy pen because she thought that Barry Morphew was cheating on her, and according to the spy pen and the evidence, according to prosecutors and the defense, there was never evidence that determined Barry was cheating on her. It was the other way around, which is a blockbuster. How many here in the chat by pressing a 1 are surprised by this? If you're surprised that Suzanne Morphew was cheating on Barry Morphew for 2 years, no less, not a short period of time, but 2 years, put a 1 in the chat if that's surprising to you. It shocked me when I heard it. I couldn't believe it. But, you know, stranger things have happened. So I'm going to get to the tweet where she talks about that. There's a lot of, you know, the first responding officer who found the bike. They showed the body cam from the first responding officer that found her bike. There was talk about blood evidence. There was talk about cords leading into the DVR. So a lot of us are very surprised. It talked about over 70 law enforcement officers involved, hundreds and hundreds of search warrants, canines, drones, search grids. there's so much stuff. A helmet was found 10 meters from the Highway 50. Volunteers from the Chaffee County Sheriff's Office searched both sides of Highway 50 from County Road 225 to Monarch Mountain Lodge with line searches from Friday, May 15th. There's so much that they talk about here, but the real surprising thing was the discovery of Suzanne Morphew having an affair. Now, that doesn't give him a right to kill her. More than 110 search warrants were issued. The first search warrant was May 11th, 2020, of the Morphew home, including all of the vehicles. There was blood found in her vehicle, but that blood didn't, I think I read that it was inconclusive, that it didn't come back to Barry. There's a lot of things that, according to one of the investigators, Barry did not know about the spy pen, and it is voice activated. Barry wasn't found to have an affair. Suzanne was having an affair for over 2 years. Here's the tweet from Lauren Scharf right there. It says, according to Walker, that's the investigator, Barry did not, hold on a second. Barry did not, was not found to have an affair. She was having an affair for over 2 years. Shocking in itself. Spy pen belonged to Suzanne Morphew. Sheila, that's Suzanne Morphew's lifelong friend from Indiana, and her talked about getting her this spy pen. Suzanne had suspected that Barry was having an affair. Lieber asked, that's Barry's defense attorney, law enforcement, if he was a target in the investigation. A recording of an interview with Lebler, that's not the attorney, that was the alleged boyfriend that she was cheating with. The interview with Libler, Libler, with law enforcement is about to be heard. The defense attorney wants a lot of time with Walker. Judge is worried about timing. This guy Libler was allegedly Suzanne's boyfriend, who she was having an affair with. She didn't tell Suzanne. It's been revealed Suzanne didn't tell anybody about this affair. Lieber did not come forward to law enforcement. That means her cheating partner did not come forward to law enforcement. Law enforcement came to him, and then and only then did he speak about their affair. A man named Jeff Lieber was Suzanne's lover. In November is when law enforcement found out about the affair and this lover. They met up 6 times, twice in Indiana. Lauren says they're on a break now. I know that Jeff Lieber went to high school with Suzanne in Alexandria, Indiana. Barry Morphew's sister just came up to me, and I already read that to you. Pictures of the garage were shown. So according to a 41-page arrest affidavit, Walker wrote, Barry Morphew's Bobcat does not appear to be connected to Suzanne's disappearance. That was huge too, because we all thought the Bobcat had something to do with it. Barry and his Bobcat, it says here, according to a 41-page document in an arrest affidavit, Walker wrote, Barry Morphew's Bobcat does not appear to be connected to Suzanne's disappearance. I was surprised about that as well. On May 10th, from 2:47 a.m. to 5:30 a.m., Barry Morphew, this is the defense, this is the prosecution. On May 10th, from 2:47 a.m. to 5:30 a.m., Barry Morphew took steps in disposing of evidence according to activity on cell phones and the truck. Nielsen, who is Barry Morphew's attorney, is referring to page 2 of the arrest affidavit. The defense continues to go over logs of activity of Barry Morphew's truck. Example, when the door was open, when the door was closed. So there's a lot of things going on here. They're talking about cables that were taken out of the DVR for the surveillance camera. There was DNA on those cables, and Barry's wasn't on it. I think one of the daughters was on it, and Suzanne's was on it. There's a lot of information. Tonight's going to be a long live stream where we're going to go over all of this stuff with... Now, speaking about Suzanne's Range Rover, DNA was found on the glove box and sent from testing. The DNA from it is from an unknown man. It was not Barry's DNA on her glove box in her car. So that's interesting as well. They're talking about Barry's guns and all of his stuff. Judge denied recross examination. Also, the defense was denied opening statements by the judge, which was interesting. And I'm going to talk to Joe Murray because I'm not a criminal defense attorney or expert. But the judge denied the defense the opportunity to speak first, to do opening. Hello, Richella. Good to see you. Hi. Thank you for joining. So this is a bombshell. Today, quite a few things have been exposed, and this is not even over yet. The day is not even over yet. They're going to be coming back in. But it was found out today that Suzanne Morphew was having an affair, an extramarital affair, with a high school friend from Alexandria, Indiana, for 2 years. For 2 years. So this sets up the stage for saying, this sets up the stage for the defense to say that Barry Morphew was a scorned lover. He found out and acted in a rage, if anything, to maybe try to get lesser charges for him. I doubt that will work. I'm going to talk to Joe Murray about it. They met a total of 6 times, but it doesn't say how long those 6 times were. It's all documented in text messaging and electronic. This is where electronic forensics comes into play and how important it is. So, yeah, it gives Barry another motive, but it doesn't give him, Caroline, it doesn't give him the right. It doesn't justify homicide. It doesn't justify murdering someone. If you find your spouse cheating on you, you go for a divorce and you leave that person. You know, you get upset, you get angry, but you go to an attorney and you pay for a divorce, and you get a divorce, and you say infidelity is the reason for a divorce. There's no free pass. Barry is not getting out of this. There is no way that he's getting out of it. And again, you know, if you find your significant other cheating on you, you leave that situation. There's no justification in taking another person's life, no matter what the circumstances are. They may try to get his charges reduced, and it won't work. It won't work. So, yeah, you pick yourself up and you move on. That's it. So again, guys, I hope the volume is good. I'm using the plug-in mic. I think that works pretty well. Hopefully you guys can tune in tonight with me and Joe Murray. I'm going to reach out to Lauren. I guarantee you she's going to be busy, but she was a guest one other time on my show. Lauren Scharf joined us. They did not find the body. This is a preliminary hearing that's ongoing, and it's just my coverage of it right now. There's a lot of things that came out, and more will continue to come out. So very, very, you know, this is where you get into the nitty gritty. This is where you hear about the real life situations and the real life things that were going on between Suzanne Morphew and Barry Morphew. And for me, I was very surprised to hear that. But it doesn't make her, you know, this is not the first time someone's cheated on their husband, and it's not the last time. It doesn't justify the result. It doesn't justify him taking her life because she was found cheating on him. Now, we know how narcissistic and controlling Barry is and all of that stuff. But again, there is going to be no plea deal. There's going to be no, this is not in any way, shape, or form justification. So again, thank you for joining. Much love and respect from my house to yours. God bless the world, God bless the United States of America, and God bless each and every one of us here in the chat. And all victims of crime across the globe and their families, the victims and their families, God bless them. Thank you for joining, and I will see you tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, with Joe Murray, criminal defense attorney. We're going to go over all of the stuff, piece by piece, line by line, number by number, all of Lauren Scharf's tweets, which are just a complete carbon copy of what happened today in court. So thank you so much. Love and respect from my house to yours. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Peace.